Hello, sziasztok, üdvözlök mindenkit, én Weber vagyok, és ez itt a Thaumaturge legújabb része. Ugye, aki Twitch-en néz, az megkövethet, ha gondolja persze, ha tetszik ez a stream. Ha YouTube-on nézed a VOD-ot, akkor meg érdemes ott feliratkozni, nyomni egy lájkot, vagy akár diszlájkolni, és írni kommentet, mert úgy juthatunk előre fele ezzel a dologgal. Üdvözlök még egyszer mindenkit, én Weber vagyok, és folytatódjon a Thaumaturge. Ugye az előző részben kutakodtunk egy kicsit, ugye a tesónkkal voltunk ilyen illegális oktatáson, úgymond, ahol ugye mindenféle dolgokkal kapcsolatban voltak felvilágosítások és oktató anyagok, amiket nem értettünk, mert ugye angol a játék, de legalább volt, és ugye megpróbáltuk a Morena nevezetű szarotört elkapni, de ugye nem ment, ezért annak egy kicsit utána néztem, és ahogy láttam, hogy az ahogy minimálissal később kell visszamenni oda. Persze, hogyha nem limitálja le a játék, ugye? És akkor vágjunk is bele szerintem. Ó. Mert igen, tegnap este rápróbáltam, úgyhogy ezt én ki is nyomom. Kell nekem ez. Tegnap este rápróbáltam, hogy így meg lehet csinálni, de akárhogy csináltam, a Velesszel még olyanokat is meg tudtam csinálni, hogy instant visszahílelte folyamat a HP-mat, és akkor is kinyíltak.
Let's wait until
Afternoon?
So let's kill some time.
Ezt elnyomom, mert azért, igen. Na, menjünk is. Ezt ugye nyugodtan tudunk játszani, mert kedves cég, hát hogy is mondjam, szeret jó dolgokat csinálni, és logikus dolgokat elkövetni, úgyhogy ez miatt szabadságolásra kerültem a mai nap során, meg rajtam kívül meg egy jó 40 ember, úgyhogy nagyon zsírkirályos. Igen, na nézzük meg itt ezeket az urbán dolgokat kéne megnézni, ugye? Itt is már csak egy oda mi? Így van. Mi lesz reggel? Morning, afternoon, morning egyszer. Ha megnézzük, hát most... Hát nem az. Ez nem jött össze. Night. Hát nem. Noon.
Let's wait.
Akkor afternoon. Hát nem afternoonon voltunk.
Let's wait.
Oké. This was in tournament and joining bonus. Csontkovács. Vagy master. Oké is. Akkor ez is megvan. Find the clue. Úgyhogy megyünk clue gyűjteni. Nem, megyünk tovább itt erre. Ó, ez nem a lakásunk, éreztem, de egy újság. News. Artist Spike magazine. És a másik nyomás.
Am I a magician or what?
Ez a duel. Game of Caron. Mehetünk is tovább.
Well, there we have it.
Azt szerintem Night lesz, ugye? Vagy Noon? Afternoon.
So,
Igen, ez...
Please sit down and smile at me. We're dear friends after all.
I don't quite follow. I believe we haven't met yet.
You really don't know who I am? You're so innocent. Take a look at me. Preferably my eyes.
I'm sorry, madam, but I've no idea where I could have seen you.
Truly exceptional. Olena Dąb-Zakrzewska. Nice to meet you.
Wiktor Miłożąb-Szulski.
Well, well. How do you find Rumianceva Suarez?
Olena, my beauty. Someone would like to meet you. Please, let's go.
I already have company. Go away.
This isn't the theater, honey. No need to make a scene. Move it.
I feel like I should be somewhere else right now.
Not very chivalrous of you. Where are all the real men?
One's waiting. Let's go.
Ezt a másikra nyomtam volna, akkor kaptunk volna, de hát így is jó. What is art? What is soul? Liver, skin, flesh, bottom face of absolute. Vagy író talán. Jó, ez is megvan. Na, még 2 urbán legendünk van.
Fate has brought us together again, Wiktor Szulski.
Why do you bother, King of the Tempermancers?
I learned from my mistakes, and now the time has come for me to reclaim the throne and the title that I deserve. Come on, I dare you.
Do you pester other thaumaturges too?
Of course not. The others are insignificant compared to you. I dare you.
All right.
To me, visit.
Mennyien vannak? 6-an, azt hittem. Lelek. Fér. Félről 5 megvakkal. Ó, talán ők nem fognak sokat sebezni. Igen, egy vak. Ja. Ja, most közben 5 meg elkezdjük. De nem 5 lesz a földnek. Okés. Váltunk, lelek. Nem. Velesszel csinálunk egy... Akkor ő kap egy Suffert most. Hát ez széna. Na, és te velesz. De most miért nem a izét támad, hello? Na végre most így. Az általában, hogyha nincs rétje, akkor instant halál.
Never. There is no shame in losing to a better man. The way tells me to find you again soon.
You don't have any powers. What way? What are you talking about? Your salutors are two drunkards with a screw loose. Stop calling yourself a thaumaturge.
But the title... I...
Hát jó, na menjünk lúzni. Amelyetől most nem fog visszajönni ez az emberke, mert már elegem van a hülyeségéből.
Hello.
Ütéssel. Na hol lesz? A múzikás vezető, szedélyez, talán ezt folyamodom. Zongoristák. Ő is megvan, és akkor már csak egy urbán van? Még van egy urbán van. Night, jó, Night, itt legalább jön Night. Night. Mehetünk is. Thinking a chance of Batman's not sticking in a brace. Be dead. Ez is megvan. Na, nézzük akkor mik vannak. Finding for the friends. Be lehet, hogy itt ezt megcsináljuk, ezt a Memory Horizon-t. Csak a Moránás maradjon. Utána gondolom átvisz a bazárba ez. Hol fog válni Ufir? Meg is van.
The plan is simple. Bashka has a stand around the corner where she sells moonshine. You've got the money, I've got the will, everything fits. The evening is set.
You're a real strategist, brother.
Then, the bald guy looks to his left, looks to his right, and boom! Smacks the cop right in the face.
Calm down, don't go hitting me now. Has anyone ever told you that you get overly excited about certain things?
Terepre kell jönni.
Name?
Shulsky.
From those Shulskis? Well, well, your daddy will be happy.
Just like my daddy when he hears that I've been leading little Victor down the wrong path again.
Shut your mouth, punk, or my deputy will put a precautionary bullet in your right butt cheek.
Aboris who wanted to show me his father's store. He picked a bad moment. I didn't need thaumaturgy to feel his shame at that moment. Now I'm ashamed of what I felt back then. I felt superior.
Aha. Menjünk tovább ezzel. Igazából még a Voice-Labban is van egy. Akkor menjünk Voice-Labba.
What do you want to tell me, friend?
Victor, my old man will kill me when he finds out this was our doing.
Don't go yellow on me now, brother.
Victor, get it through your fucking head. I don't give a fuck about the Shulsky family money. This is a matter of my pops and my honor.
All right already, calm down. I have a different plan.
What plan? Because if Sataniswaf is involved, I'm out!
Calm down, it's not like that, but we have to get into his office. I don't want to see it. We didn't realize what we were doing. We were still children. Mieszko Setsemin was a scoundrel. He ruined many people's lives. This is my pride. The same you clung to. Barely discovered, but it was what pushed me into it. It got the better of me at the time. Are we all like that? Is every thaumaturge enslaved by their flaw? I was tormented by guilt for a long time. But eventually, that event made me who I am today. Didn't it?
Jó. Ah. Na, menjünk. Beszéljünk apánknak a barátjával.
Synagoga Nożyków, Mirów. I have to find their meeting place.
Konieczki. Azt keresd meg ezt a titkos csamatos helyet. Találtunk is oldal.
Since we keep following one another around, maybe we should introduce ourselves.
What are you talking about?
I've got the impression that I've caught Eugen's attention. I'm curious why.
Don't you know where curiosity like that can get you?
It'll cause you nothing but trouble.
Maybe we'll meet again.
De majd kifele harcolok velük.
I had no idea about this place. Hello, sweet secret.
Bármi.
I think that's everything now. So, besides father, there were two more. A candy lover and a coffee lover. Konieczkin must have had one of them in mind. The one with the sweet tooth looks like a rabbi. I should look for him in the synagogue. The coffee lover, meanwhile, that's what I call you now. The doctor. Because you help rabbis and people the hospital is off limits to. Rebels and revolutionaries. Luckily, I know someone who matches the description. Maybe we'll find out what she needed that ammunition for. Come on, we'll be careful. Time to get some donuts at Rodwitz. Still here, gentlemen?
Please don't look for trouble.
You guys are so devoted. Is the pay worth so much hard work? Maybe it's time to fight for a raise.
I don't want to keep mucking around in this crap. Not for this kind of money. Following some spoiled brat around, standing for hours outside people's windows. And God alone knows what for. Not for this kind of money.
Wait up. I'm not gonna stand here on my own with him. Let's talk to the chief.
Ezt megoldottuk fight nélkül. Most lett nekünk egy pár urban legendünk, mi? Igen, 2. Discord alsó hotel. Kettőt ezt meg kéne akkor itt. Csekkolni. Itt ez micsoda itt? Sor.
Well, well.
This elevator thing, what an engineer. Igazi lift. Okay. Ja. Na nézzük. Lejövünk ide.
Secrets? Not on my watch.
Össze is tudtuk rakni.
Let's wait. So
Nem. Afternoon.
Let's wait. So...
Meg is vagyunk. Színház volt. Hasonló. Get more information. Még keressünk egy kis információt. Ez az Ulpán legenda is meg lesz.
Nothing can be kept secret from me.
Hozzá kell jönni. Na, hogy állunk? Ezek kicsodák. Hadd szétvan.
You want to quote me? Then start writing. Here goes a poem.
If I want poetry, I'll read some Konopnitska.
In Śródmieście, the bastards went on strike. And that's something I don't like. So I grab an axe in my hand.
This is a serious story. Workers deserve some respect.
Shut the fuck up and write. I grab an axe in my hand and... Victor, give me a rhyme.
What's that? Shut me an axe in my hand and look at something else. And come up with something violent.
I'll solve it peacefully with no ferment.
That's a shitty rhyme.
Thank you, W.S. Mr. Niedzitz has no respect for the proletariat's struggle.
They mainly struggle with vodka in my bar.
I thought the press lived off that kind of scoop.
The press has its limitations, W.S. But we journalists at least try to make a change, unlike many others.
What was that about?
Don't worry. It's just a shitty situation. Do you want to come by for a drink? I can tell you all about it then.
Sure, lead the way. Well, speak.
WS? Seriously? How lame is that? Anyway, the sewers in the neighborhood were commissioned by Neumeier, but the workers just dug it all up, and now they're on strike, or wandering around. And when I send my shivs after them, more flood in. Do something before I kill them all.
Why are the workers on strike?
Neumeier, their employer, fired a few of them, so the guys got pissed and started a riot.
Maybe I could talk to them.
Be my guest. Those that were fired are hanging out in my bar and drinking. And those who still have jobs, you can find them in the southern part of the district. Follow those trenches they dug. You won't miss them.
So who is that Neumeier?
He came from Germany. Decent fellow. They say he's got some experience in that sort of enterprise.
Since when do you regard decent people?
Since the sounds of construction keep banging in my ears. The guy has an office on Poznańska Street. You'll see a sign.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Whatever makes them go back to work. Whether you do some hocus pocus or send a demon after one of them, I don't mind. How about we come up with some buddy names for us?
Great idea. I'll leave it up to you.
Man, I won't let you down. What's with the strike? They got a deal?
I'm interested in Warsaw's underground scene.
Ask a mailman. Say what you want to know.
Do you know where I can find the socialists?
Why, are you getting radical now?
I'm looking for a girl with a potentially radical views.
The heart wants what it wants. I'm not judging. Go to the corner of Konstantinovska and Brukova Street. The socialists like to hang around at the Rodblitzes.
Thanks, Abodice.
Don't thank me. Just tell that girl of yours to come to a good joint. Mine.
There's something else.
The booze doesn't judge. Shoot.
I'm sorry, I think I'll deal with it some other time.
Feel invited.
Na, menjünk tovább.
Hey, whoa, stop making faces and buy another round. We need to drink to Neumeier breaking his stupid face.
And where do I get the dough? Besides, I ain't no wooer.
Easy there, or you're going to pop a vein. Let's get some shots to warm us up. Although you've got your lady love for that, right?
Go fuck yourself.
What do you want? Oi, Janusz, we've got company.
Is he buying or just making a fuss?
I'm impressed with the male bonding that you apparently share. It seems so enduring. Magnificent.
Oi, Janusz, is he like making advances at us?
Too much beard for my taste. Marianic?
If he buys us vodka, we can cuddle.
Vodka with working people. Anytime, any place, and with respect. It's on me.
In that case, all is fine and dandy, my dear friend.
Wait, Marianic, wait, it's too much. I mean, too much manana.
What?
Who are you? Really?
I'm a journalist from the Courier. I'm writing a story on workers' rights.
The Lord has sent you, dear sir. We've just been fired by a fucking capitalist. Gave us the sack, and we can't even afford some aquavita.
Yeah. I wonder who's gonna dig these shitholes now. Maybe Neumeier will roll up the sleeves of his fancy getup and start grubbing around in the mud.
What do you care? You get a new strumpet and won't even tell your friend who she is.
Keep your trap shut. We're not alone.
Why? He's a grown man. I bet he goes to a body house too. Ask anything. Don't mind Janusz.
Why were you let go?
Just some bullshit. Nothing to talk about.
Doesn't matter why. The point is, we were fired. And now there's a strike.
But of course it matters. Just between you and me, the vodka is coming.
All right. He fired us because he's a kraut and a scumbag.
Imagine a ban on drinking at work. What's next? What else are they going to take away from us?
So Neumeier fired those who drank, and there was so many that all the work went downhill. Now there's a strike.
It's good that the lads went on strike. Very good.
A strike? Sounds serious.
Well, after the layoffs, the lads got together and said they wouldn't do double the work. And it all happened thanks to Rutkowski. Here's our leader, a good lad.
Yeah, Rutkowski's an angel.
You're always scowling at him. Look at him. He picked himself up a little sweetie pie. He doesn't care about the workers' cause no more.
Shut your pie hole. There's no gal.
You gentlemen should know it best. Why do these works take so long?
Because it's poorly organized. And it all got fucked up somehow.
Managing people requires some skills, sir. It doesn't just happen. It's also slapdash all the time.
So Janusz's new friend, is he ashamed of her or what?
How should I know? Back in the day, we always knew when one of the guys had a new girl. And this one? Won't breathe a word.
I told you to shut your mouth, didn't I?
He just keeps boiling. I don't know why. Maybe she's ugly.
She's not ugly. I just don't want to talk about it, that's all.
He's fucking sensitive like that.
As promised, vodka on me. Enjoy.
Na, elég sok mindent megtudtunk innen. Sztrájkolnak az emberek, úgyhogy...
Well, this is negotiation, so let's negotiate. You won't finish the job without us. That's the truth.
Mr. Neumeier?
Nicht jetzt. How many times do I have to tell you? This can't be done. It doesn't work like that. That's not how you do Geschäfte.
Listen, sir, we won't give up. Either you can take back the men you fired, or you can say goodbye to the workers you've got left.
You can build these sewers yourself, you lousy capitalist asshole.
Rude!
This is just gutter talk, not negotiations.
both sides determination is goal and not going to back down. Like it's a halftime. Kinek segítünk?
The capitalist keeps pressing his boot against the proletariat's throat, and he's resenting the fact that people are rising up.
That's right. End the oppression. Fucking thieves.
That's enough. So Schandgerede. I won't have it.
Rude!
Who are you and what do you want?
I came here out of curiosity. You have an intriguing dilemma here.
A dilemma? Sir, this is about these good lads and their families. They are not numbers in a notebook, they are people.
Sir, I have no time for sentiments. Time is money. Bewegung.
No. Lads, the strike's still on. We're not touching the work. It's knock-off time until further notice.
Maybe now you can spare me a moment?
Not here. Follow me, please.
I bet you regret those layoffs now, don't you?
Better hair. I deal with that kind of aggression every day. I got used to it. Zeit ist Geld. What brings you here?
Why did the workers go on strike?
Sir, I fired those who drank at work and everyone suddenly went mad. You Polen. I don't understand you. It's time to bring this country into the 20th century. In Germany, it's unthinkable to drink vodka at work.
So what's the story with those layoffs?
I don't like inaction. So when I set new rules and people kept drinking, I gave them an ultimatum.
And how much time did you give them to adapt to the new rules?
What do you mean? There's action and there's reaction. I set the new rules on Monday, and on Wednesday, I let them go.
What you did was stupid.
Are you standing up for these drunkards? What, are you a socialist?
That's not the point. You can't expect these people to change overnight. What do you mean by aggression?
I'm talking about that troglodyte, that Rude guy. Diesen Mistkerl.
What did you do?
He smeared my office windows with shit. Scheiße. I know it was him. I know it. I have no proof, but I know it. Can you imagine that Gestank? That stink?
I'll get going.
I had my reasons, mostly concerning work ethics, but there are always many factors involved. Es ist kompliziert. You know what it's like.
Tehát kell menni másik oldalra megnézni ott mi a helyzet. Semmi nyom itt.
So Neumeier never tried to find a solution? German Ordnung stifles the proletariat, you might say?
That's what it looks like. And that's what we're saying.
I can see I'm not the only one who wants to talk to you. They say you dabble in journalism now, WS. Show me what you can do.
You put in a word for Uda, so that seems hunky-dory. But you don't look like a worker. What's your story?
Are you friends with Mr. Fagin?
No, but at least he's trying to cover the issue fairly. What the censorship will do with it is another story, though.
Do you know anything more about him?
Even if I knew, I wouldn't say.
I wanted to know the story behind those layoffs, from your point of view.
The story. The story. Sir, this is all bullshit. That's the whole story. You know that Neumeier banned drinking at work.
He mentioned it, but he suggested it wasn't the only reason.
Well, there you go. He said it himself. The cat's out of the bag. The drinking wasn't why he fired those people.
Then what was it?
I don't care. People end up in the streets, families get deprived of their livelihoods, and that bastard plays the angel. I won't have it. None of us will work until all the boys are back.
I won't bother you anymore.
Have you learned anything?
Actually, I wanted to ask you myself, about Neumeier.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours? Fine. Wolfgang Neumeier, born 1858, father Klaus, mother Anna, younger son, runs the local branch of his father's empire. What else? He has a reputation as a successful entrepreneur, but I don't think that's valid anymore. He eats dumplings for dinner and doesn't add sugar to his tea. Shoe size 41 and a half.
That's quite impressive.
Your turn. What do you know?
What do you know about the workers?
Each one has a powerful personal story. They're furious and joined in solidarity. Either they come out on top, or that Rode guy will rip Neumeier apart. Anything else?
Why do you keep calling me WS?
Because I want you to remember it.
I don't understand.
You'll understand.
I won't take any more of your time.
If you've got anything interesting, you know where to find me.
Can I take a moment of your time?
Thanks for the support, pal. I can't help it. That man just brings out the worst in me.
No problem.
My sister will end up in the street with her kids because of that dickhead Neumeier. He fired my brother-in-law because he hit the booze, and she's on her own. What can I do? I can't provide for her. I've got my own wife and kids. I bet that fucker Neumeier eats meat every day and washes it down with vodka, that son of a bitch. I'd like to rip his fucking melon right off his body.
Rude, have you got a moment?
Sorry, not now.
Have you learned anything?
I won't take any more of your time.
If you've got anything interesting, you know where to find me.
You again? What is it?
I thought that Rude of yours would go at Neumeier.
You would want to smash Neumeier's head too, if you were him. He's a good guy. He just does what everyone else feels.
What do you mean?
His brother-in-law used to work here too. Good lad, but he had an unhealthy relationship with booze, and when he lost his job, he went on a binge. Ruda's sister, De Bruckner, has 5 kids with him. The youngest is 8 months old. Now you understand? We won't start working until the lads go back to work.
I won't bother you anymore. I'm back. Where were we?
The working class is gaining self-awareness. I had my reasons, mostly you know what it's like.
The things people come up with. I'll do some exploring. The telephone.
Hello? This thing doesn't work. Hello? Hello? What the hell with this fucking technology?
Na, menjünk tovább. Ez ott van izénél.
I can't help thinking about your sister.
I don't want to talk about it.
Because of Neumayer's single decision, your sister's children will go hungry, with no roof over their heads. We both know what happens to women who end up on the streets. They become harlots. Too bad you can't get back at him somehow. Unless you can.
Neumeier!
Dieses Dreckschwein. Strikes, raises, and now this. There are plenty of people in the countryside. They'll labor for a bowl of porridge. You are fired. All of you. Polnische Schweine.
Na.
Done. The wheels are in motion. I'm accepting compliments.
I could kiss your forehead. How did you manage to do that?
There was one guy among the workers, fast with his fists, and as it happened, he beat Neumeier up.
And I bet he fired them all. Viktor Szulski, the linchpin of the proletariat and the pillar of the revolution. We wanted the work to take off, not to die.
It will take off. Neumeier will hire new people, ones that aren't thinking about striking yet.
It's the effect that counts, right? Believe it or not, I've been quite busy myself. Listen to this. Spirit King and Phantom Prince. Or better yet, Poet and Pilgrim. Get it?
You're the poet and I'm the pilgrim because I've traveled a lot?
You bet. And fuck that guy with his WS. So see you around, Pilgrim.
Jó, azt szerintem ez a rész lezárva. Na nézzünk körbe, hogy mik vannak. Igen, ezt nem tudjuk megcsinálni. Ezt nézzük. Revolution. Van egy érzésem, hogy ezt kell menjen. Kísérni mondták, nem? Proviszlében, nem bazárban lesz.
Is that Captain's staff too?
You bet. He stirs the beer with his tail. What can I get you?
Yes, one donut, please.
Even if I had any, I wouldn't recommend them.
But I heard I was supposed to order a donut. Here.
It's all right, Yannick. I know him. Trouble follows you wherever you go.
Well, that makes two of us. Can we speak in private?
If I must.
Don't move a muscle.
I've got déjà vu.
Silence.
Forgive our caution. Despite those delightful moments in the cell, I still don't trust you.
The ones who get out so quickly have friends in high places. What about you, Szulski?
Meet Michal, and tell us, what do you actually want?
I've missed you.
Choose your words more carefully.
I've missed you too, in a certain sense.
Really?
Come on, lower the gun.
Can we get to the point? I promise I'll be nice.
You can leave us. Come, Victor. Tell me what brings you here.
So these are the famous suites. Underground combat. Are you from the PPS?
The friendly neighborhood girl threw you off?
I didn't fall for it for 1 second.
You're a terrible liar. What brings you to this sweet place?
You stole the Dutch pomade shipment? I read about it on the train from Vienna.
We're famous. Yes, that's true. But I won't tell you where it is, nor what it will be used for.
How exactly are you going to serve the cause?
The PPS has extensive structures. Most members engage in demonstrations or meetings, underground lectures.
I know a certain woman who's keenly interested in them.
Bring her sometime.
Maybe someday.
We're part of the PPS Combat Organization. We use more radical methods.
Do you shoot as well, or just carry ammo?
Want to find out?
Is Berg Rodbiz's cafe frequented only by your sympathizers?
No, but the name is known only by a select few.
Why did the PPS choose this particular place?
It's just one of many where we get together. The beer is drinkable here, and the boys are nice.
Actually, something else brings me here. What are you up to this evening?
Is that an offer, or are you just nosy?
That depends on your preference. I'll adapt.
Tonight, I am overthrowing the patriarchy. Will you join me?
I think I'll pass. Patriarchy agrees with me.
And that's exactly the problem. Is there anything else you wanted to ask?
I'm looking for a particular man. He's a doctor and a thaumaturge. He treats people with rather radical views.
Who do you mean? Us?
Ammunition in your tights, lying low in cellars, the smell of Dutch pomade in your hair. I can sense letters, like PP and S here.
I'm sorry. We don't betray our comrades to anyone who asks.
So you do know one another after all.
Who knows?
How about this? I won't ask for anything else, but please, pass something on to him from me.
Are you praying to an onion?
Hush. What should I pass on to this doctor? Not bad. Not bad at all. Adulthood is like an onion. The more you try to separate it out into its basic parts, the worse it stings and makes you want to cry. Done.
What can you make out of that? Cough syrup?
Just pass it on to him. He'll know.
You're peculiar. Anything else?
I'll be off now.
If I get an answer from the doctor, I'll let you know. Look after yourself.
Ez a Revolution-nek a főhadiszállása, úgymond. A lázadók. Yes. Remélhetőleg ennyi volt itt. Jó van, akkor addig lehet menni egy másik. Na, másik küldetésre, most itt kell várni a válaszra. Bíróba kell menjünk. Discover Source of Golem Curse-t, úgyhogy most a Golem átok felé megyünk. Mi a fene ez? Biztos, hogy a...
That's him, the one with the book. You oozing carbuncle. You ain't had enough of Warsaw yet? So you're sticking your nose in on people here?
You know what happens to fellas who sniff around where they ain't supposed to?
Miruv don't kid around with them.
I just wanted to stop by the laundry.
He must have shit his pants. You'll have to find yourself another laundry.
No. Igen. Puvak. Oké. Veles. Focus. Immunity. Jó van, akkor... Bak. De te... Mindig elfelejtem berakni a kihozott izéket, megnézni, hogy mi mire jó. Jó, és sima Suffert rakunk rá. Megkap egy izét nyomot. Nem is támad. Igen, és itt lesz. Szóval egy ilyen kiszt neki. És a Suffert. Jó. Megkap egy Suffert, és 5-től veszünk el egy kis HP-t. Most váltunk át a Tupirra. Okay. Ennek adunk egy Suffert. És neki is adunk egy Suffert. Kevés a fókuszunk. Baj. Ezért. Státuszlevétel. Ja. Suffert megint. Most ütünk rá egyet. Már lesz nagyon jól tud hílelni, hogyha nincsen rajta semmilyen izé. Egy hílt. Igen, és most kap egy kiszt. Most kap egy kiszelést. Adok neki egy szaffert. Hát egy könnyebben. Hát elvitte, úgyhogy velem nem kellett sokat küzdjön vele. De kell venni.
You're talking nonsense! Did you hear about Praga? I'm at the harbor getting fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula, practically every day. They were only just writing about Povishle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Maybe I can help. Recently, I've taken an interest in one of those.
Leave us alone. Did you wander in here by mistake?
I hope those guys outside are your relatives. Otherwise, you're paying too much for your protection. Are you scared of something?
I'm not easily frightened. I have the time spent working with your father to thank for that. You got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Shulsky.
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
There was no such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Why did you quit working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I know that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
You're not telling me everything.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Mr. Shulsky.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell. Is there something else you need?
Let's talk about your relationship with my father.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say...
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Not all stains are easy to remove. Especially ones on a person's honor.
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
I can't summon golems, if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell.
Farewell.
Mindig van valami.
Mr.
Ja. Vissza kell jönni majd. Van valami más itt. Felfele nem lehet menni, ugye? Nem. Jó, akkor nézzük, hogy hova kéne menjünk. Robin tud valamit, de nem mondja el.
Hello.
You said a month, 2 at most. I believed you. Then came the very first rain, and it was pouring in again. You fixed it, then the next rain. Soaked. I can't sleep because I have to keep emptying buckets. It's leaking just as badly as it was before. But the eyes of God are in every place, and they're watching.
Rabbi, when I said 2 months, you said there was one hole in the ceiling, but the whole building is in shambles here.
I can do it.
Quiet! You can seal up your daddy's barn with straw. The roof is gonna get holes because the foundations are crumbling.
So, let's go down to the basement.
Oh no, definitely not there.
Am I speaking to Rabbi Sofer?
You see, all I gotta do is mention these cellars and his name comes up.
Would Hashem let a synagogue be haunted?
Hey now, quiet.
You're too late, I'm afraid. My name is Feldman. Rabbi Sofer departed this world almost a year ago. Forgive me, I have worldly matters to attend to.
I understand, Rabbi. And if someone were to help you with these workers?
In the words of the market woman trying to tempt a Jewish man into idolatry, what harm would it do?
I understand. Back up. God helps those who help themselves.
But maybe you're right, Rabbi. Maybe Hashem is afflicting us, setting a test for us.
You heard the guy talking about Sofer. The old man cursed this place, especially these cellars.
So I'll go on my own, and show that Hashem protects me against curses in Hashem's domain.
On your own. You can seal up your daddy's barn, right? Fine, let's go.
You've gotten the better of me again, Hashem. Your tests still surprise me, but if this is your will, I think Hashem has sent you to me. Who are you?
I'm the son of Stanisław Szulski, and I really need help.
Let's go into my office. Let's show Hashem we accept the challenge.
What do we have here?
Please, tell me what problem brought you here.
Maybe, Rabbi, you could tell me something about golems.
Thaumaturge, golems belong to Kabbalah, and you're forbidden from knowing anything about them. It's a trap for a soul. There are tales of golems being summoned for revenge, or in good faith, for protection. But they all end rather badly.
Rabbi Sofer put a curse on my father. Unfortunately, it started affecting his children as well.
A curse is a serious accusation, you know. I find it hard to believe Sofer would do such a thing. Do you think this has something to do with the golem?
I don't know. Did the old rabbi perhaps leave some things here? May I take a look at them?
Yes, here you are. All his books are here. I don't think I threw anything out. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'll be off now.
I'll pray for you.
Okay. Doctor's Mission.
Mordechai Hayat. What do you know? Rabbi?
I'm listening.
Mordechai Hayat. Do you know that name, Rabbi?
He owns one of the laundries here in Miruf, but I admit he doesn't really come to see me. Maybe there are other things I could be of more help with.
Rabbi, could you tell me something about Sofer?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled, like this city. Riots, provocations, pogroms, overpopulation. But if he's the one who inflicted the curse, he must have been a powerful thaumaturge and Kabbalist.
Who can summon a golem?
Normally, it's determined by need. The Kabbalist rabbi summons the golem himself, but other Jewish people can also entreat him to do so. In legends, the golem is a terrible punishment and a tool for meting out divine justice. But I think it's an offense against Hashem, and revenge is no justice.
How can I stop a golem?
To summon it to life, you write the 3 Hebrew letters spelling Emes, truth, on the clay that formed it. In an attempt to stop the monster, the heroes of these legends would erase the first letter from its clay body. That leaves Mes, which means death. But I don't know how much truth is in that.
Rabbi, could you help me understand something about Kabbalah?
No, and I'll say no more on the subject. I fear for your soul.
I'm afraid that I won't find anything more here. Thank you, Rabbi. Rabbi?
I'm listening.
I found a prescription belonging to the old rabbi. Was something troubling him?
He had heart problems. The local pharmacist would even bring him some kind of special medicine.
What was that pharmacist called?
Abraham Horovitz. But now his pharmacy is sitting empty.
Let me guess. He's dead?
Unfortunately. Some say that the socialists were involved. Others claim it was the Ochrana's doing. Let's keep talking, if you need to.
I'll be off now.
I'll pray for you.
Kiderítsük ezt a plusz dolgot. ez is meglett. Uha. Na menjünk vissza. És jó.
Mr. Shulsky again. Have a new theory?
I know about the pharmacist.
Beg your pardon?
All this is because Abraham Horowitz, isn't it? He lost his life, and the whole community felt it. Seems like you did most of all. I just don't get why Horowitz was so important to you.
Community. Something you Shulskis don't know a thing about. Here, we take care of everyone equally. No one is more or less important than anyone else. Your father's punishment was fitting for his actions and his background. The wrath of the Jewish people. A death for a death.
Was it worth it? A golem is a blunt instrument that kills and harms everyone in reach.
What are you talking about?
I don't think the punishment is adequate for the crime. Horowitz had something on his conscience. He must have, if both the Ohrana and the Socialists were interested in him. And what my father did, I can't believe I'm saying this, but his motives seem noble.
Oh, do they?
There's no trace of cruelty in his actions. He didn't do it for his own profit, but for some kind of greater good.
Without any specifics, those are just words.
You wanted to teach my father a lesson, and you did. It's too bad innocent people died in the process. The building that collapsed on Stanisław, it was inhabited by people. Now all that's left of them are some damaged items. That's what happens every time the golem physically manifests. Random people lose their lives due to its untamed power.
No, it can't be. It wasn't supposed to be that way.
My father and Sofer knew one another for years. Father knew the rabbi could be forced to create a golem if Horowitz was killed. They both took that risk. Sofer couldn't reveal that he knew Stanisław. He also knew that Horowitz had to disappear because he was a threat to too many people.
To whom?
That doesn't matter. You don't have anything to do with this, Mordechai. Just like I have nothing to do with my father's actions. I am connected to them only by my blood.
What do you want?
To get rid of the golem. Tell me something, anything, that will get me closer to a solution.
Instead of telling you, I'll show you.
Where? Into an alley, where some friend of yours will smack me around?
To the synagogue. Are you coming?
Yes, let's go.
We'll stop to get Feldman. He should see this too.
So,
no wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. If I'd... Now I see it differently, but back then, when I was talking to Sofer, revenge and justice seemed one and the same.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger, and in anger, erring comes easily. But Sofer agreed to it.
He summoned the golem. What else do you want to know?
This place won't tell me any more.
And what have you learned?
These are the remains of some fabric that Sofer wrote something on, in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. The clay formed a shell that Sofer infused with the saluter.
Sofer told me to bring clay. Sticky and cold. I can't say how many of those buckets there were. Hours sculpting the Colossus until my hands went numb. I could feel the clay absorbing my anger, as if my rage was making it take shape on its own.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations? The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the golem smashed when it was summoned to life.
And no one saw anything. How is that possible?
Is that your worry, Rabbi?
That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Sofer.
A thaumaturge and a Kabbalist?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
There's only one name that comes to mind, but...
Ariel Roffe. A good-for-nothing, vengeful, godless scoundrel.
Strong words from your lips.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
Well, I know him well enough to suspect that he might not want to help me. But I'll look for him.
Clearly the Shulsky family has an easy time getting into conflict with Jews.
Come now, don't be silly.
There's just one thing I'd really like to know, Mr. Shulsky. Standing where you are now, what do you think about your father's responsibility in all this?
As I see it, the punishment you inflicted on my father is out of proportion to his guilt.
Meaning?
Neither my sister nor I had anything to do with our father's decisions. Justice would be if everyone paid the price for their own actions.
How much anger must a person hold inside to do something like this? Revenge isn't justice. Who are you or Sofer to decide who deserves what punishment? All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Let's get Mr. Shulsky away from here. And stop by tomorrow. We'll have some tea and work through a few questions.
Mr. Shulsky, I would like this to be our farewell. I tell you from my heart, anger and pride are poor advisors. I know that firsthand, but it's too late for me. You can still save yourself. I'll be thinking of you.
Shall we?
Let's get out of here.
Melyik felkontatott Roffal, ugye? Itt hol is volt?
Quiet this time.
Bored? Then go ask that uniform what he's doing here. Or tell him to skidoo.
Hey, fancy pants! Fuck off!
Hang on, hang on. You lost, officer?
Hang on! That's the mama's boy of Śródmieście.
I'm looking for Ariel Roffe.
Maybe he had a reason to make it so hard.
Mr. Roffe didn't mention nobody was gonna be looking for him. How about first your proof you're the son of Śródmieście? You wanna try your luck, sonny?
Waste of time. I'm out of here.
Now it's too late. Now we're gonna beat the shit out of one another.
But under one condition. If I win, you tell me where I can find Ariel.
If I win, I'll be happy enough.
Nézzük, van egy Velesz, Lovak, Sejlelek. Jó. Jó. Focus reduction, jó. Ő csak kap egy suffert. Kap egy agonit. Mindig 8 üt, menjen már. Csak 6-ot. Jó. Kell nekünk egy lilik. Igen, és... kell egy remote, igen ez. Kap meg egy agonit. Oké. Lucky turn.
Hang on. That's enough.
You're the son of a bitch of Śródmieście.
Thank you. Now, would anyone be so kind as to point me in the direction of Mr. Ariel Rofer?
Take a look at Ruzhitsky Bazaar. He has got this sort of Geschäft there.
Thanks. They're right to call this place the dungeon. Well, there we have it.
Ide. Ez az office. Semmi. Akkor irány a bazár. Contemplating the wells again. Osztrágá, Mirov, Azár, London Bar. Itt ezeken a helyeken voltunk, ugye? Abiszi Nicsic, Rafael Javier, David Filman, David Zexofer, Cecilina, Samuel Discan, Oliver Davis. Ugye velük találkoztunk így az elmúlt időszakokban. Itt a Golem, Dibuk, velek, Morana. Jó, igazából ennyi jegyzet volt, és Journey-ben nézzük meg, hogy hát akkor megnézzük ezeket a Jasulski Shop, igen, de először akkor ezt. Fourth Plan.
Well, there we have it.
Ezt már. Gyűjtsünk minél több információt. Az bárminek is megkezdenénk. Wait time.
Let's wait. Let's wait until
afternoon, nem?
So
aha. Ja, és akkor off-rolling. Lot of fun. Olyan karika dobálós cucc, meg pörgetős. Nem? És akkor a Shulski Shop. De nem. Just looking for link. Kapcsolódó dolgokat nézzünk hozzá. Új csapat. Na nézzük, még mik vannak itten. Kell egy nyom. Hál' Istennek jó közel van. Délután 5-kor, szóval afternoon
Aren't your legs getting...
Igen. Afternoon. Így van. Megyünk fotballt nézni. Új csapat van. Valami Giant foci lehet. Chicken billiards. Itt fotballoznak a lengyelek.
The things people come up with.
Ja, akkor ez is meg, és akkor még a shophoz kell menni. Ami nem itt lesz, ha jól rémlik, hanem Mirovba. Akkor lehet, hogy szintet is lépünk, úgyhogy ha meg lesz a gólem, akkor meg lesz a következő. Ilyen is. Skill, perk, passzív, nem tudom mi az. Még hogy perk meg lesz. Nem lefele? Ja, itt ez lesz az. És akkor szerintem ez is megvan. Nem mit Rasputin, hanem igen, ez szerintem. Ó, jött 2 sidequest, akkor a sidequesteket lenyomjuk először, és utána ez itt van valahol? Vagy csak pihenni kell egyet, igen. Te az reggel lesz. What morning. Searching Gravoski Street. Igen, itt lesz valami. Bent lenne a... Ezek szerint igen, mert itt nincs semmi. Igaz, Gravoski Street, ja, akkor bent lesz itt.
Can you feel him? He moves with the bustle of the market and the rustle of sand grains around the stalls. It feels like the sun is standing at its zenith and burning mercilessly. It's a visitor from a harsh desert land. A djinn. I felt something. Where is it?
Az igen. Ó, ez még gomba? Vagy még sütemény?
Would you like to buy some flowers? They'll steal your heart.
Have you perhaps noticed any unprecedented phenomena happening here?
Here? Mister, there's 1,001 of those happening every day. How about a flower?
Maybe some other time.
As you wish, sir.
Egyből egy djinn. Keressünk nyomokat. Nincs. Még először lesz látni is.
Good day. And it can be even better. Well, I have heard that he has a rep. What are your wishes?
I should just tell you what I wish for.
Don't be bashful. We're all friends here.
Just name it, and I'll handle the rest.
I want to be an unequaled master of thaumaturgy.
Mister, that's a wish you can grant on your own. 10,000 hours of solid practice, and you can be a master of anything you want. Next time, make your wishes a little more material for me.
I was just browsing.
Do come back now. Wishes won't grant themselves.
Majd körbe kell nézni, hogy hátul is van valami. Össze kell rakni itt a dolgokat. Jó van.
Did you think of any new wishes?
You grant wishes like gin?
Jin? Mister, I grant any number of wishes. Not some measly 3 or so. I've got Jins eating out of my hand.
And you can grant any wish?
Yeah, I heard he brought a real Persian cat from Altsova. Now that's something.
You know it. I have yet to have a customer come back dissatisfied.
I was just browsing.
Do come back now. Wishes won't grant themselves.
Find the plow. Vagy ő lesz, vagy a csaj, vagy a
You
izé.
made up your mind, sir.
I'll have one.
It will be perfect for a buttonhole.
I can't help but feel that we've already met.
Surely you're confusing me with someone else, sir.
I know what I'm talking about. You left an identical flower on one of the stalls, and you were very happy about it. You got a beautiful porcelain plate in return. And earlier, you were looking at gold watches. Fearing the seller becoming suspicious, you gave up on one of them. Should I go on?
Thaumaturge. I've heard a little something about you and your tricks. Want me to show you real magic? Help! Thief! Help!
Stop.
What are you up to, pickpocket? Stealing from
Hol
flower
megtaláltam?
girls? You scoundrel.
You don't like breathing through a straight nose.
Gentlemen, I didn't do anything this manipulator is accusing me of.
Everyone says that. Well, maybe not quite in this way, but...
And people lose their belongings. What about him, Yahin?
After all, you're not angry with me. I'm not the one who isn't paying you. Your anger has a different source. Go to the source.
Yahim, the truth is cruel. Unfortunately, the pickpocket is right. What's the use of tormenting some small fry when you know who this is about?
Well, I wanted to tell you a long time ago, only I was afraid that...
Yahim, lad, I would never. Come on. We'll settle things with that scum in his office. As for you, you know what'll happen if you come here again, right? You understand?
I'm already gone.
De jó. Jó, akkor ide majd később jönk vissza. Lesz. Ki. Szép lassan megtelünk azért itt izékkel, szaluterekkel. Már 6. De mindegyikhez 2 kell, még a 3 is akkor is 2 tudunk már aktiválni. Az egyik az a mind lesz.
O, maszyna Hammonda. Dobra marka. Fagin?
WS, it's good that you're here. Did you get my message?
Indeed.
I need your help.
What is it?
Have you heard what happened at Vienna Station?
No.
There was an attack. Bloody and brazen. Several dead. All of them civilians, it seems. A new group of fanatics have taken credit for the assassination. They call themselves Lekhites. The Russians have put Zhukov himself on the case. I want to write about it. The truth. But I need help.
What did I do to earn such trust?
I liked how you handled the case of the Krajewskis and Petya Alexandrovich. There is no one in Warsaw more suitable for what I am about to propose to you.
You flatter me.
Enough to get you interested in this case?
I've never written an article. How can I help?
I'll handle the writing, you focus on finding these Lekhites. I want to eliminate the possibility of this being a Russian provocation. I'll interview them. What do you make of this?
Zhukov, is he that famous investigator?
They say he's amazing and very effective. If the Ruskies have got him on this case, it must be the top priority. Anything else?
I wouldn't be so sure the censors would allow you to print something like this.
I don't write exclusively for state-run newspapers. Have you ever heard anything about Kimichits?
I haven't. I only know the character from the book by Sienkiewicz. It's nothing special.
This is my pseudonym for a certain underground publication. I'll admit that I am rather well known in patriotic circles as Kimichits.
Congratulations.
Keep asking.
Who died in this attack?
That's what's suspicious. Nobody knows. The list of victims has been classified, but I know that they're most likely civilians, random people, Poles. The Lekhites fancy themselves patriots, and look what we have here. Anything else?
Who are those Lekhites?
Nobody knows. They've shown up in Warsaw only recently. This is the first attack they've taken credit for. That's why I want to reach out and talk to them.
That's enough for me to start with.
So you agree?
Yes. Maybe I'll reach out to Uncle.
Good idea, because you need a pass to access the attack site. They won't just let anyone in. No offense. Do you ever see Wanda?
Perhaps I should speak to her.
Wonderful. Fine. And when you happen to stumble across a Lekhite, don't forget to call me. It's a Śródmieście number, 3490. I'm also leaving you their manifesto. I just want to talk to them and write an honest article about them, in Polish.
Mindenhol ilyen nagy gebasz legyen. Ezt még nem tudom csinálni, ezt nem tudom csinálni. Ezt tudom csinálni, front page. Na, akkor nézzük meg Vandát. Ez Vernon és a bazárnál lesz Vanda, akkor ezek szerint.
Might I take a moment of your time? Detective Zukov, right?
I'm not an idiot.
I didn't call you an idiot.
I'm trying to stay ahead of the facts. I want to save us both time, which is why I decided to warn you. I'm listening.
I think I could...
Help with finding the attackers? I know. Yes, for the love of God. Just don't ask me how I figured it out. I requested a thaumaturge myself, but it will be at least a week before he arrives in Warsaw.
So, you're stuck with me.
Let's get to the point then. I trust you will share your knowledge with me when you manage to locate the Lekites. Be so kind as to come back to me.
Of course.
Please tell me, why does this matter concern you?
My interest in this is of a private nature. As a thaumaturge, I try to prove to myself and others how effective I can be.
I understand your point of view perfectly. Is there anything else?
Seeing as we're working together, perhaps you'd like to make things easier for me and be so kind as to issue me some sort of a pass?
Nonsense. I would never sign such a thing. I told you, I'm not an idiot. Our cooperation is extremely unofficial. You were never here, and I never gave you any answers.
I want to ask what you think about the Lehites' motives. Do you see them as significant?
Their motives are inconsequential to me. The effects of their methods do a lot to undermine them. What you want to know is what I think of Poles who fight for their country in this way.
That's right.
It's not worth the trouble to lose or take lives in the name of a notion so abstract as the state. Is that all?
Have you learned the identities of the victims from Vienna Station?
The station is virtually impossible to examine during such a short period of time. At least for Warsaw investigators anyway. And it looks like all the victims were random people. Perhaps some things will clear up once we're allowed to talk to the injured witnesses. I'm waiting for a call regarding this matter.
So, there are survivors?
I've already said too much.
Meeting you was a most interesting experience.
Let's do this again when you find the Lekites.
May I have a moment of your time, Uncle?
Your timing couldn't be worse. I'm swamped with work. This attack at the railway station has the highest priority now.
That's what I've come to talk to you about.
First of all, keep your voice down. Secondly, I won't tell you anything because I'm not allowed to say anything. And third, are you involved with this in any way?
I thought I could help. As a thaumaturge.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to help you, dear boy. The only thing I can offer you is a tour of my office. Just like when you were little, remember?
I have no idea what you...
Then shut up and listen. Want us to make you a commemorative pass as part of the tour?
Would it have the official stamp?
What else would it have?
Thank you.
God must have abandoned me. I'm in a hurry, lad. I'd rather you not be here when I return.
Meg kéne nézni, hát ha valakinél van valami info, de ránézzünk még egyszer.
Detective. I'll admit I didn't expect you back so soon.
Nem valamit, vagy Vantánál van az az info.
Let's do this again when you find the Lakites.
Azt szerintem megyünk Vandához, és akkor megnézzük, lehet, hogy nála van valami információ. Amivel Zukov most tudjuk majd beszéltetni, de majd kiderül.
Have you missed me already? I will deliver your onion, don't worry.
What do you know about the Lehites, the new stars of the revolution?
You're asking me because you thought that was your best bet?
I don't know much about your struggle. I came to ask experts.
Don't be so smart.
What do you think about their manifesto?
They only did it for recognition. Pathetic, amateurish methods of getting attention. I despise them all. But maybe you can help the lady. Do you know where to find them?
Sadly, no. I'm trying to figure it out.
Just don't forget to come and tell me. I'll gladly sort them out myself.
I'll be off now.
Too bad. Stay out of trouble, wizard.
Jó, Vandától nem tudtunk meg semmit. Egy pár perc is visszajövök, és pár másodperc, inkább úgy mondom. Itt is vagyok, na. Folytassuk itt a letisével, vagy mi ez?
Beg your pardon. Is this the way to the platform?
Niet, no entry. Tishto, Nyai Swiss show what happened here.
My, no. What happened?
There was an attack. Dead bodies. Fodder niet.
What attack are you talking about?
The Laheights terrorists. They planted a bomb. Dead bodies went flying all over the station. Fodder niet in your budget.
Congratulations, soldier. Exemplary attitude. But I really have to look around here, so if you'll just let me.
If the judge himself issued it.
Thank you. I will report to him about your stellar performance. But if you were to ask about me, I was never here.
Конечно. Spasiba.
Let's take a look around.
Na nézzük. Na.
Good day, Mrs. Yagoda.
Have you worked up an appetite for a cookie?
I have a receipt for order number 149.
This must be Mr. Wisniewski's. Oh, what a delightful name that is. He orders eclairs every week for his wife. But last time, he didn't pick them up.
How about I deliver them? I need to talk to Mrs. Wisniewska.
You're a saint, child. They live nearby, just past the church. 1 Plebańska Street.
God, I didn't see you come in.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to startle you.
This is not the best time for a visit, Mr.
I know, please forgive me. I wanted to give you my sincerest condolences. I brought eclairs. Your husband wasn't able to pick up the order.
Thank you. Ignatsa. He remembered. As always. Are you from the patisserie?
I'm here about your husband's death. I'm a thaumaturge. I can help find the perpetrators of this tragedy.
Well, I would always share these eclairs with my husband. It would be a shame for them to go to waste. Ignatsa was very fond of thaumaturges. He met one during his time in the army, the Polish army. I'm not afraid to say it anymore.
Do you mind if I look around here a little?
Come in. I'll make tea. Have you learned anything? Is there anything else I can help you with?
Why was he still holding onto this four-cornered cap over 40 years after the uprising fell? One visit from the Okhrana and both of you would be doing time.
He kept it hidden. I brought it here yesterday. I also have his saber and 2 bayonets. Ignatsa never stopped fighting for Poland. He corresponded with Piłsudski. These plans have fallen through already.
Were both of you believers?
Ignatsa more than me. After what happened, I don't know.
If it's not too painful, I'd like you to tell me some things about your husband.
Well, we met right after the fall of the January uprising. Ignatsa was hiding on my parents' estate near Warsaw. He was supposed to escape to America, but he changed his mind. And now, well,
his last thought remained where he had died. I managed to read it.
tell me, please. I'm sure it was about putting Poland back on the map of Europe, right?
No. I don't know where the boat he'd been thinking of was, but he mentioned a summer afternoon by a peaceful lake and a wreath of marigolds.
God.
And she was there. Beautiful, magnificent, the only one.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll let you be.
No. Thank you.
Ez is megvan, akkor mehetünk is vissza szerintem a rendőrségre. Jó hosszú vagy. Nagyon hosszúak ezek a mellékküldetések is. Nem ide kell jönni, hanem.
Arik, you were supposed to lock the door.
Désolé, am I interrupting something?
You can yell at me later. Let's deal with him.
Maybe I could help you. I'm also looking for something, and I'm a thaumaturge.
Is that worse than a Jew?
The only thing we're looking for are traitors to the motherland.
I think we found one.
Jó, késeseket először. Velesz, lelek, oper. Buvák, jó, buvák, és utána vele. Hátsó kap egy szaffert. Ha tud, persze. Melyiknél itt a lelek? Lesz. Szaffert. Oké. Meg kap egy szaffert. Jó. Most fogunk cserélni majd egyet. Lelek. Kap még egy szaffert. Oké. Jó, semmi para. Jó. Oké, melyikről is kell? A hátsóra kell leszedje. Ezt kap még egyet, vagy nem tudunk egyet most. Ó, lehet, hogy meghalunk. Vagy... egy 6-os vérzés. És nem vitt el a vérzés. Upér healer. Sokat hagy... jó van. Jó van. Jó. Fókusz és egy heal. Szaffer, és meg egy levét. Jó, most jól, hát, hogy rosszul nyomtam. Hát mi jól röntszem.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
Mi van itt, hogy megnézzél? Itt is semmi már.
Nothing can be kept secret from me. detective.
I'll admit I didn't expect you back so soon.
Meeting you was a most interesting experience.
Let's do this again when you find the Lekites.
Na. Kijött a station elé, vagy? Aha, itt még múltkor leütöttem pár embert, úgyhogy...
Excuse me. Could I interrupt you for a moment?
I'm with a patient. What do you want?
I'm investigating the attack, and I need to ask you a few questions.
What agency are you with?
May I have a word with you?
Yes, sir.
What do you think she was doing at the station?
I can surmise that she and her mother had either just arrived or were about to depart. Stefania Lipnitska. All I know is that she died in the attack.
How's the young patient doing?
She finally fell asleep and is a lot calmer now. But unfortunately, we couldn't save her eyesight. For a while after the operation, she would cry out for her mother and her teddy bear. The last thing she saw was her mother's death. What else would you like to know?
I brought her teddy bear. Please, give it to her later.
That's nice. Although, you know...
I know that this won't bring back her mother or her eyes.
Still, thank you.
Maybe I'll return later.
oldalon lesz. Semmi. El kell beszélni most.
Hello. What is it this time, and where are my things? Give me back my clothes already so I can get out of here. Unless you want to shove a thermometer up my ass again, let's have it then, because I'm drowsy. And morphine. I'm in pain. Are you even a doctor?
You could say I'm a doctor of souls.
Like a priest?
Is there something you wish to confess?
You're no doctor. What the fuck do you want?
Well then, how are you feeling?
Sleepy. You're boring me.
I know the station is your doing, Lehite.
I don't know what you're talking about. How about that morphine then?
I'll leave you alone, for now. I'm glad I caught you. I see you're feeling better.
Well, it seems I'm a lucky guy. What is it?
Why won't you open up to me? After all, you want to send a message to the entire world. You want everyone to hear about you, to admire you. Do you know who Kmicic is? He's eager to write about you. In Polish. For a Polish underground newspaper. About the heroes of the self-proclaimed struggle against the occupiers.
What are you on about? Do you know Kmicic personally?
Yes. He can't wait.
Is that so? Well, I might be able to tell it to some people, and some people will give you our answer.
Where and when can we meet?
Calm down, magician. We'll reach out to you.
Mindenkire csak várni kell. Okay. Mindenki csak várni kell, itt rá is várni kell, és akkor igen, akkor ez mehet tovább, és utána Rasputin. Van itt valahol, itt egy kocsi, megyik a bazárba. Aha, jó pár van, úgyhogy megyünk először ide. Aj, mindegyik ide vezet.
wasn't too hard.
Where do you think you're going, pretty boy?
I'm looking for someone. They say he's got a business here.
Do the smart thing and hit the road. Go on. Fuck off.
Am I wrong, or are you guarding a closed butcher's store? This is Ariel Rofe's Geschäft, right?
I'll check you the hell out in a minute and we'll be done.
You talk just like the friend I'm looking for.
I'm asking you nicely, capisce? Beat it.
I'm looking for Ariel Rofe.
Then you can double fuck off, you fucking dunkopf!
You'll attract more attention with that shouting.
Buzz on before I get my club. You're not gonna tell me how to do my job, you flibbit and raggedy sot. Beat it.
But I know Ariel's got his hideout here. I even know which copper's hands he greases.
I don't know about no bribes, you
Provocateur?
Fuck off.
I swear, I know this is Ariel's hideout.
Know how to read? It says butcher's shop.
Sure, it's extra kosher, because there's no meat at all in there. Come on, every bum at Ruzhitz reeks of booze from this place.
And when they come here, I'll tell them to fuck off.
Please, I just want a word with Ariel.
Ogres, how come he's still standing here mouthing off at you?
It's me, Victor.
Shulsky, I remember. Fuck off.
So, should I give him what for, boss?
Do what you want.
Ariel, come on. Let's talk, please.
But Ogras, maybe don't take on the son of Shrut Miestia on your own, yeah?
I'll call you a priest if you want.
Das damage reduction, damage reduction. Nek nincs semmi, ezt a stétekre immunis. Ó. Először... Kvak. Stétek immunis, úgyhogy ez kap egy... Nem kezdtem vérezni. Azt hiszem ezt, mert lehet, hogy fogok. Majd egy késes köcsög. Ez így bukavák volt. Megfull, akkor bukavák. De ez bukavák. Kell upír. profil, és az state. Kap egy szakváltás most már. Oké, most kevesebbet sebeznek. Nem kell harcoljak. Támó gyomros.
Alright, leave him be. I'm sorry. Come on, Shulsky. Let's get out of sight. But if anything starts shaking, I'll shoot you.
Don't stare. That way.
This whole butcher's shop is a cover, right?
No. Got a problem? Take a seat.
Sit down. Tell me why you're bothering me. How exactly did you find me?
Why do they call that bruiser Oguras?
He's got a green pecker from untreated pox with these little bumps like on those little cocktail gherkins.
I hope he gets well soon.
I'll pass that on. That everything?
It wasn't such a huge challenge.
Who squealed?
There are traces all over the dungeon. You're not being very careful.
If you want something out of me, you better get to the ass-kissing part. Say what you want.
Very inventive hiding spot. And a nice place.
We've got our own little store here with different varieties. I'm just doing my best to unload it efficiently. Don't waste my time.
I've got a certain problem, and I'd like to get rid of it quickly.
Is it made of clay and weighs 2 tons when it shows up? So you got sick of running back and forth across Kerbich Bridge?
I'm not going to pretend I understand.
Golems aren't great at swimming, remember? Since it's following you, going across a bridge would force it to. Forget it. I can see why you can't deal with it on your own.
I need the knowledge of a Kabbalist. Your knowledge.
I think I have at least a few reasons to say no, don't I? The main one is the death of my business partner and best friend.
I didn't know a golem was after me.
You shouldn't have shown up at the dungeon that day at all.
You shouldn't have taken that job. I don't have time, Ariel. We both know that only you can help me. You can keep tormenting me, but are you going to tell me something or not?
I can torment you and tell you. A golem is a salutor like any other, but housed in a physical form. But you attract it and bind it in the same way.
So you need to discern the flaw of the person it's following and then defeat it.
Well done. The difference being that it's following blood first and the flaw second. But first you have to deprive the golem of its physical body, the shell in which the salutor is housed. You also need to know where the ritual was conducted, because that's the only place you can do it. Good luck.
How can I get rid of that clay shell it has?
You can't. For that you need a Kabbalist. Moi.
I know the incantation for the Belur ritual.
What?
Instructions for reversing the evil eye, cleansing body and soul, and hiding from the unwanted, but why should I explain them to you?
I'm guessing this will cost me something. Money? A favor? A further humiliation?
We'll see.
I know the place the golem was summoned. The basement of Nozick Synagogue.
So, Sofar managed to do it?
So, apart from my family's blood, the golem is attracted to my initial flaw, right?
Initial? So how many have you got?
I've got plenty. I have a really handsome number of salutors.
You're lying. You'd have lost your mind.
If you say so. Thank you. So we're going into the basement of a synagogue, where you'll use Kabbalah to strip the golem of its physical form, right? Then I'll bind it and free myself from its curse?
Not quite. The golem is mine.
What do you need the golem for?
None of your business.
You want revenge. That's very sentimental if you think about it.
Another word, and you'll be looking for a new Kabbalist.
Agreed. The golem will be yours.
You didn't say the magic words.
I hereby promise that the golem is yours, as long as you can handle it.
Way to go. Don't worry about the rest.
Hold on.
What?
If I lose my initial flaw, I'll lose contact with my initial salutor, right?
Could be yes, could be no. I don't know. Want to find out?
No.
Unless you've got a long line of relatives with flaws?
I've got a sister, twin, but I don't know if Ligia carries a flaw.
Lovely name. And a strong bond of blood. If she's important to you, the golem has to be bound.
I know.
Then go back to your sister and find out if she carries a flaw.
All right, I'll bring her here. Maybe she'll be better off without the flaw.
I'm not here to heal your conscience. You're one cold son of a bitch. A toast? A very successful batch. We haven't shipped everything out yet.
This won't make me go blind, will it?
The risk is part of the fun.
I'll risk it.
Ready?
Let's get this over with.
Godspeed. Find that flaw of Ligia's. I saw what the clay did at the harbor, but that's... Old Sofar impressed me. Summoning a golem under the noses of the whole community.
You ready?
I will be once you show up with your sister. This is when you go get her.
How do you get rid of the golem's physical form?
There's an old ritual. It's called the Belur. It's a sifting ritual. The incantation allows us to sift out the demonic part from the rest of the creature. It also helps with cases of possession.
Good to know.
By the way, your father must have really gotten under Sofar's skin.
My father had that effect on people. This ritual, are you sure it's safe?
Just trust me, as I trust you'll keep your word. I won't touch a hair on your sister's head. Now go get her!
I'll go fetch Ligia.
Get a move on!
Not now, Victor. I don't have time.
We have to talk about the golem. I know how to stop it now.
You know what to do? Tell me.
I found out that you can only call off a golem in the place where it was made. It was summoned in the synagogue.
How do you know that?
Father's former sales clerk led me there.
Hayat? How did he know? Don't tell me he had something to do with this.
Well, he begged the previous rabbi to send a golem after father. He did it out of revenge for the disappearance of a certain Horowitz.
The pharmacist? What exactly is Hayat accusing Papa of? Of killing him?
Yes, it looks that way. I'm not going to get into details, all right?
There's no need. But I'm going to send Hayat's laundry up in smoke, all right?
All right, Lady Macbeth.
She got others to do her work. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. If, of course, the family business is threatened.
I think I already know what I wanted.
All right.
I need you. We must end it. Together.
You sound serious. What's going on?
Today, the curse placed on Father will lose its power. But we have to get going.
Are we going down into the synagogue basement?
Ariel Roffe is already waiting for us. He's the one leading this whole thing.
Do I know him?
I sincerely hope not. He's not a suitable companion for you.
Oh, now I'm dying of curiosity.
There's no time.
How exciting. I feel 10 years old again.
Na, idézzünk gólemet.
Darling sister, here in person. You clearly are of the same blood. We have nearly everything ready, I see.
I don't think we've met. Ligia Szulska.
Ariel Roffe. The pleasure is mine.
Mr. Roffe, this is everything I've been able to find. The candles are placed where you commanded.
Fine.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Shulsky. And you must be dear Ligia Shulska. My regards.
The Mademoiselle looks pale. Do you feel all right, my lady?
Yes, sure.
Victor, I need a pound of flesh, and it's up to you whose body it comes from.
Victor, what's going on? What's he talking about?
To lure the golem, we need your mature flaw.
What does that mean?
Just that I have to draw out your full potential. Otherwise, the golem might not appear.
Am I the bait?
I could have phrased it better. The point is that only you, with your flaw, can lure the golem here.
Fine. Get that flaw out of me.
Thank you for trusting me.
But him, I don't know about.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Enough chit-chat. Since everything's ready, let's get to work.
Let's begin.
Don't mess this up.
I'll do my best.
Won't it come?
Patience.
Hashem, be merciful.
Have more faith, Feldman. More faith.
Yit Kadash Shimi Rabba.
Ready?
Yes.
I take her flaw, you get rid of the golem, and we're quits.
Sorry, friend. Not this time.
You bastard!
Lesz. Bukvak először. Átképott, jó. Megvan. Következő kör. És még lesz ott még egy. Az Ligia? Ja. Bukvak. Ilik. Ilik. Az kéne. Ő is Lilik, neki is Lilik kell, baszki. Most nézem. Velük bérzéset ott itt. Az baj. Meghaltam. Ha csak vele nem tudok egyet gyorsba izélni. Healelni egyet. Jó, tudok healelni. Létsz egy... Haha, zsír. Oké, és őtől. Ez a harmadik. Nem, nincs harmadik fész.
Not so threatening now, are
you? Even Ganafs have more honor.
What are you going to do? Cry?
Fuck off!
Enough! Stop! Both of you! Not here!
You're lucky, Shulsky.
That's enough, Mr. Rofa.
You'll be looking over your shoulder for the rest of your life!
Let's get your sister to a safe place. I'll call a carriage.
What happened? How did I get here?
Feldman helped me bring you here. He just left. He told me to say hello.
That was kind of him. What about the golem?
Now we're safe from the curse of Satanisław. The golem is mine now.
And what about my flaw?
I took it for myself.
So you cheated Ariel Rofa?
Maybe. But this means we can be sure the golem is on our side.
It looks like you tricked him and me for your own purposes because you thought you knew better. And now, we might be back in danger.
Yes, I did what I thought was right, and I don't intend to explain myself.
Whatever you say, Pop.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Na. Ja, Rasputinhoz kell menni, és akkor nyílik ki a következő, és akkor tudok már, aha, ő megvan, és ő a, nem a mind, ugye, ő a mind. Még is a mind, mind. Ő az a Morenája. Morena fogja megadni a 6-ost. Igen, jó. Úgyhogy következő az a fight. Jó.
Mr. Shulsky, there's a young lady to see you. I'll serve tea in the drawing room.
I won't stay long. There's no need.
Thank you, Grażynka.
A nice house, a spot of tea, a housekeeper. When the revolution comes, everything here will go up in smoke.
Did he say anything?
You know what? He confirmed my belief that thaumaturges are freaks.
Thank you, Wanda.
I'm glad I could help. I've got an appointment with Michał.
Give my best to your fiancé.
He hasn't proposed yet.
Will the young lady be visiting us more often?
That's my hope.
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
What's the noise?
Over here, young master!
For God's sake, young master, what is the meaning of this?
This is the message I've been waiting for.
Telephones exist. I'd better sweep it up before the young miss sees it, and then I'll call a glass worker.
I won't tell her. It'll be our little secret.
Indeed, exactly.
The things people come up with.
Jó, megyünk izéhez először.
Please connect me with Fagin, the editor. Śródmieście 3490. Yes, I'll hold. Thank you.
Hello?
It's me, WS.
Have you learned anything?
They reached out to me. I'm keeping the brick, but someone should compensate me for the window pane.
I'll install it myself. My father was a glazier. Do you know where our bloodthirsty patriots are hiding?
We're supposed to meet in Powiśle near the market. They'll have a carriage waiting.
I'm on my way.
And I'll think about whether I should notify somebody else.
Na, igen, van itt egy kérdőjelünk. Jó, kaptunk egy mellékküldést szerintem. Most el kell menni a izéhez, és akkor Morénát is meg kéne el kell kapni. Ugye őt a Moréna után fogjuk tudni csinálni. Tak, van a preventív licitán, ez akkor... Aha, őt kéne. Mit csinál? Inkább amúgy hamarosan mentek egyet, mert nagy itt még X-elén és tovább lépjen. Ezt egy-két dolgot elhagyjunk emiatt. Nem hiszem mondjuk, hogy most pont ez miatt lenne.
Hello.
I thought there'd be something to look at. Much ado about nothing.
Who are you? Last time, a different housekeeper came to greet me.
How about that? What? Don't you like us?
That remains to be seen. We haven't known one another long enough.
I have all I need to know who I'm dealing with.
This is Maria.
And this is Magdalena. We've all been waiting for you.
Look at you two, joined at the hip. Are you ever apart?
Rarely. We complete one another, not just in conversation.
Stop it. I'm sure he's not here to talk to us.
Then what do you want?
Maria and Magdalena. Very interesting. Do you work for the Nadazhinskis?
Grigori invited us here.
He's waiting for you.
I've come to see Rasputin.
We know, we know.
It looks familiar, and yet different.
Támaszútra, az igen.
At last, the wait is over. Here he is. Sit down, Victor.
I came because my head's hurting again.
I'll help you. I never turn you down. But first, take a seat and let me speak.
What's going on? What sort of little shindig is this?
It's an expression of gratitude.
You've gone to great lengths. Is this for me?
I appreciate my friends. Don't forget that. Have a seat, please. Support the weak. Be patient towards all men. The moment has finally come. Here too is my loyal friend, Viktor Shulsky. It's thanks to him that we are where we are. And we will be in the future, where we intend. My mind has long been flooded with bloody visions. In their scarlet color, the mists of the future are reflected. I see a great star falling to the blood-stained earth, and the force of its impact tears the roof from sacred temples, including the Orthodox Church of Saint Mary Magdalene, here in Braga.
And so, what?
There's a feeble spark of hope for us. It still flickers, though it may soon go out.
No.
The heir to the throne, little Alexei Romanov, is ill.
What's troubling him?
Life is spilling out of him. The devil himself is tearing him apart from the inside, demanding blood.
Poor child.
But let's not be sad. This news is joyful, as a matter of fact. Because now we know where the source of the danger is, and I can help him. I will heal the heir, just as I healed Victor, though he was bereft of hope. Isn't that true, friend?
It's true. If not for Grigori, I wouldn't be among you anymore. I'd have lost my mind. But thanks to his miracles, I'm still here, and I can testify to that.
I've helped you, just as you've helped us all. Thank you, friend.
You can count on me.
Admirable loyalty. Impressive.
You gave us a chance, and as God as my witness, I won't waste it. Healing the Tsarevich means healing something much greater. The future. A future where each of us will receive equality and respect, regardless of who we are. Free from the afflictions of the body and the soul. Living in health and its resulting ecstasy. Finally, in a future in which we can do anything, but don't have to do anything. Offering unhindered freedom. To the Thaumaturge's health.
Oh.
I'd rather not wake up to sights like that. My head's about to explode.
Jó, itt most ez... Itt tovább menni. Jöttek küldetés is izé. Ó, de jó. Pont el kellett volna mentsem, hogy pont onnan tudjam folytatni, ahol szerettem volna. Ez ki. Vanda. Ezt láttuk, ugye?
Thank you again.
I know. See.
Will.
That. What's the noise?
Over here, young master!
For God.
I want.
Ez is megvan.
The things people come up with. Please connect me with the Yes,
Have you?
I'll in. Was a.
I'm on.
And
Kettő küldetés ment el a Way Sky, Into the Sky. A Flow lesz ez a kettő. De... Ez megmondom, bejött itt ez a küldetés. Journey update. Here we go again, igen, ez ment el. Jó. Jó, ugye most egyből felmentünk. Mentek egyet. Beszélgetek ezekkel a hölgyekkel, és akkor utána legalább az vágva.
This is... He's wait.
Tudunk menteni? Jó. Ugye itt volt a Kámaszútra meg egy izé.
Familiar, and yet different.
Vagy kell a hipnotizáció mindenféleképpen nekünk. Igen. CP3 ez talán. A CP3. Az. Oké, így. Csak hogy tudjam, hogy mi a helyzet. Na ugye ezt már végighallgattuk, de akkor nem a feature-re kell lépni, hanem simán izére, és akkor megzegzolál minket.
But for it, I have. What? It's an. You
sit down. Support the weak. There's a feeble spot.
No.
The heir to the throne?
What's trouble?
Like,
Poor.
but let's... Because now I will heal the... Isn't that...
It's true.
I thank you, friend.
If not... But enough about that now. Let's wrap up.
You gave us a chance, and as God as my witness, I won't waste it. A future free from the... Finally...
Front page-ga... Igen, jó. Wars of the Sky. Akkor meg kell valahogy csináljam baszki izé előtt. De hogy? Igen, jó. Nem lehet másra izélni.
Sit down. Don't joke around.
Okay.
Have a seat.
What?
It's an
I didn't expect crowd.
Sit down.
Mindenféleképpen itt izé van. Hoppá, a Morennát hogy lehetne megküldeni? Loading. Jó. Akkor ki kell menjek, és nem tudok tovább menni. De ott akkor a másik gyerek, az hogy a fenébe izélt a gólem van. És ki se tudok menni. Ó, hogy ez mindenféleképpen izé van itt. Jó, mindegy. Melyik volt? Ó, itt izé.
Over here, young master. For God. Tap.
Up.
Akkor valahogy le kell győzni pedig előtte a Morénát. De jó, ezt tudjuk, ezeket a dolgokat ma úgyis. Hit point. Drop window. Ja. Akkor a Rasputynt most elvesztettük egy darabig. A front page-et kezdjük el nyomni. Front page. Darkman. Na.
Detective.
I'll admit I didn't expect you back so soon.
The Lehites reached out to me and agreed to a meeting. In Povishla, near the market, I'm supposed to get into the carriage they will have arranged to wait for me.
We'll follow you. My people will be there before you arrive. See you.
Oh. Van egy érzésem, hogy valószínűleg szóval fogjuk újra
Over
játszani.
here, young master. For God's sake. Telephone.
Oh. No. The things people come up with. Please. Yep. And I'll...
Yeah. Szerintem akkor én most ezt szép. Ezt újraírom. Oké. És talán itt van az izé is. Ha jól rémlik, lehet, hogy Prágával. Vanda.
Have you met your doctor yet? He's one of a kind. What's new?
The Lehites.
What about them? Have you found out what den they're staying in?
They seek a meeting, but on their own terms. They said they would send a coach for me to Povishla.
A pathetic ploy. Don't worry, I'll be there. I'll keep an eye on you.
I'll be on.
Too bad.
Végre is akkor Molénát valahogy el kéne kapni, de hogy hogyan, azt nem tudom. Povishla. És ott a Moléna is ott van. Az a fight, az a következő részben lesz. Megnézzük, hogy ez micsoda. Nem véletlenül csak egy nyomozási pont. Nem egy fight. Na, egy fight, csak egy nyomozás, és akkor a Molénát meg majd következőnek. Következő részben.
I can be patient when I know I'll be rewarded for it.
I see that the carriage hasn't arrived yet.
I'm sure they're watching us. Patience. Tell me what you have for me before they get here.
I have information for you that may prove useful during the interview.
Let's start with how you convinced the Lahites to reach out.
It wasn't difficult. I tracked down the attacker. Christian Krull survived the explosion of his own bomb. He was lying in Praga hospital and is fanatically devoted to the cause.
Not bad. And the culprit was right under Zhukov's nose all this time. Is there anything else?
The target of the attack was Stefania Lipnitska. She ran a foundation on Novogrodzka Street. The Lehites found out that Lipnitska was an informant. She'd handed over members of some Polish society from Vilnius to the authorities. The bomb was meant as revenge.
So, this was an attack on her? All other victims were
unlucky bystanders, yes.
Do you have any proof of Lipnitska's betrayal?
I saw a congratulatory letter and a Russian medal in her office.
In that case, I can't not write about it. You're doing fine. What else?
A veteran of the January uprising was also killed by this bomb. A Polish patriot dedicated to the cause. A Catholic.
That's not bad, but let's be honest. Given his age, how long did he have left? Is that all? You're doing fine. What else?
I renewed my contact with the socialists.
Well, well. How often do you see Wanda?
They want to be as far away from the Lehites as possible, and even go so far as to treat them with hostility.
I like this dichotomy. A common goal, and yet a moral challenge. I would very much like to hear the other side's version. You're doing fine. What else?
Izabela Lipnitska, Stefania's little daughter, is at Praga hospital. She lost her eyesight due to the attack.
And you probably want to suggest that I not mention her in the article.
The little girl lost her eyesight and her mother, and now she'll be branded as a traitor's daughter. The child has nothing to do with this.
Viktor Shulsky, knight in shining armor. You won't be a very good journalist if you allow yourself to feel guilty. But have it your way.
This is everything I've been able to find.
Incredible. We must work together more often.
Does your conscience bother you sometimes because of the things you write?
Never, if what I write is the truth. A lot when I write to please the censors in the Courier.
What exactly do you intend to write about the Lehites?
I told you, the truth. I want to know if they're Polish patriots who made a mistake, or if they're Russian provocateurs who want to destroy the socialists. Or if they're just a bunch of lunatics.
I think that's for us.
Fine. Let's not keep them waiting.
Oh.
Finally.
So, this is the famous Khmychits, the herald of the revolution. We have a lot in common.
That remains to be seen.
And this must be Mr. Shulsky. Strange company for a socialist.
In that case, you're just common terrorists.
Don't think so loud. I care about this interview.
Then what else would you call it?
You'd better put a muzzle on your bourgeois. His barking is starting to get on my nerves. You will be the first to bring the testimony of the Lahites to the polls. You will be famous.
What did you want to achieve with this attack?
To sow fear in imperialistic hearts. To show what fate awaits those who betray Poland.
Is this about Stefania Lipnitska?
We want to use this interview to expose her lies, her betrayal. Let the people see her true face. She was no Pole, not a true one.
According to the Lehites, who is worthy of calling themselves a real Pole?
This notion may not be subjective, but rather abstract. Would we have a place in your Poland with Mr. Szulski?
Mr. Szulski is too much of a Russian, and you, Kmicic, exhibit far too many Semitic traits. But we are not lunatics. We are open to those willing to assimilate.
Lipnitska's faults are not commensurate with her punishment.
Tell that to those she sent to the scaffold. I regret that we could only kill her once, while she killed many. Lipnitska's daughter will be better off in the shelter. At least now she has a chance to grow into a patriot.
And what about Ignacy Wisniewski, a veteran of the January Uprising? He also died in this attack.
Mr. Wisniewski would gladly give his life for the motherland.
Enough. You can't call yourself a human being and agree with this.
Who do you think you are? You don't want to listen to me at all. What a waste of time. Enough! Get them!
Alek. Őt kell kiiktatni először, és ő hozzá kell egy lelek. Mit izél? Nem, neki adunk egy izét. Majd még egyet, hogyha túléli. Igen, ezt túlélte. Jó, jók vagyunk. Melyikhez kell a lelek? Öttől... Fél... Kevés lelek sem. Hol kapja izét? Szerintem lesz most egy upfillváltás. Ja. Hoppá. Ja. Csinálok egy upfillral itt nála egy tüstét, megkap egy tést. Van. Kap egy... Egy tízest. Mi is kell? Tőle kapja egy vágást. Oké. Jó. Jó, az így jó. Nyugodtan, engem csak nyugodtan.
I'm grateful and all, but why didn't you bother telling me you intended to bring the socialists here?
There was no time in all this journalistic rush.
Can we speak outside? I can't stay long. The police and the military will be here soon.
What do you intend to do about those fanatics?
This particular Hydra needs to have only one of its heads cut off. The rest will either kill or betray each other, or hide in fear.
We'll see.
Miss Vonda, how about a brief comment for the press? The Polish press.
I promise to give you something to write about, Fagin.
Tell me, WS, in what words would you like to be described?
Superlatives alone, editor. As long as you don't write WS.
Who knows? Maybe it's the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I don't think so.
Jó, front page készen van. Jó, van 7 pontunk. És akkor valahogy ezt el kell intézni. Úgyhogy ott megállunk, és a következő, hát ki tudja mennyi időben, azzal fogunk cseszekedni. Jelenleg hiába van meg a gólemünk ott, ahol néztem a videót, ott a gólemmel mentek neki, szóval ott valami kánya van. De valahogy csak meg lehet csinálni, úgyhogy itt valahol lesz ugye a... Igen, itt lesz. Bemegyünk. És mentünk is. Szép. Delete. Most inkább azt kideletézik, ezt is delete. És ezt is. És jó, szép. GP3. Na. És akkor még egyet. GP3. Lenne. Lenne. Így né, igen. Én megköszönöm szépen a figyelmeteket, én Weber voltam, aki Twitch-en nézett, az és még nem követ, az kövessen be. A névjegyzékben megtaláljátok az egyéb social platformot, mint például a YouTube-ot, ott bármikor vissza tudjátok nézni a vodokat, meg az egyéb dolgokat, és a panelekben megtaláljátok az egyéb információkat, hogy mikor lesz stream, milyen játékokkal játszottunk eddig, miket lehet visszanézni a YouTube-on, stb. Ha meg YouTube-on nézted ezt a vodot, köszönöm szépen, hogy megnézted. Ha még nem tetted, és tetszett, amit láttál, akkor iratkozz fel, nyomj egy lájkot, ha nem tetszett, akkor diszlájkold, és írjál kommentet, mert az visz erőre. És ha szeretnél Twitch-en követni, vagy szeretnél élő adásokon is részt venni, akkor meg a videó leírásában megtalálsz mindenféle linket, ahol elérhető vagyok, pont így a Twitch, meg az egyéb platform linkje is. Úgyhogy én el is köszönök most erre a videóra, találkozunk a következő videóban, a streamben, addig is sziasztok, és talán a következő videó streamben, hellóztok!